Tonight, the president is suggesting coronavirus testing is no longer a problem. But governors around the country disagree, and rural states are struggling to get medical supplies.
Okay, thank you very much.
President Trump name-dropped several companies as a new one-day record was set on the numbers of deaths linked to the coronavirus, with 486 in the United States today. There was a show and tell of a new machine that can detect COVID-19 in as little as 5 minutes. And Mr. Trump said social distancing guidelines and travel restrictions will stay in place as the White House reviews them.
The guidelines will be very much as they are, maybe even toughened up a little bit.
Meantime, CBS News has learned the nation's governors used a video conference call with the president today to sound the alarm about the need for more medical supplies, including test kits. But the president touted the number of tests taken so far.
Today we reached a historic milestone in our war against the coronavirus. Over 1 million Americans have now been tested.
The president has had an ongoing feud over the medical equipment issue with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, recently implying that thousands of surgical masks were being stolen by the state's healthcare workers.
Where are the masks going? Are they going out the back door?
The governor was asked about that accusation.
But I don't know what he's trying to say by inference.
In New York, the U.S. naval ship Comfort arrived with 1,000 beds to treat non-COVID-19 patients to free up hospital beds in the city. Crowds disregarded social distancing guidelines to get a rare look. And in Manhattan's Central Park, this 68-bed field hospital has been set up by the faith-based nonprofit Samaritan Purse as a coronavirus patient facility.
So we're being told it's significantly needed, especially to offload hospitals in Brooklyn and Queens where they're really struggling.
With the growing death toll, this video appears to show bodies placed in refrigerated trucks that serve as makeshift morgues. Tonight, across the country, nursing homes are in crisis. Alex Handy lost her mother.
The fact that she passed away, I can accept that, but the fact that I didn't get to say goodbye is still what's eating me up inside.
First responders are also part of the stats. The NYPD says nearly 900 members are in quarantine with infections, and the fire department saw its first COVID-19 death. Workers at Amazon's Staten Island warehouse walked out, demanding that the facility be shut down after an employee tested positive. Amazon says it's taken extreme measures to keep workers safe.
We believe in laying hands on the sick.
Then there's this. Pastor Howard Brown was arrested after he held services at his Tampa Bay church. He's accused of reckless disregard for human life.
The safety and well-being of our community must always come first.
Back at the White House, several CEOs were on hand as the president praised the uptick in private sector production of ventilators and personal protection equipment. Ford Motor Company says it will make 50,000 in 100 days in partnership with General Electric. General Motors is also beefing up productions.
We have now 10 companies at least making the ventilators.
But healthcare workers say basic supplies like masks and surgical gowns are running low, endangering their lives.
We are making gowns last an entire day, and we're making masks last hopefully 5 days.
Despite the constant plea for equipment around the country, the president said during that news conference at the Rose Garden, the United States is ramping up production and will soon have enough supply to send to Europe. In Toluca Lake, Jeff Nguyen, KCAL 9 News.